Well, in my role as a sales process consultant, I work with a whole lot of different industry associations, and I think you're exactly right. A lot of the industry conferences have devolved into more of a social occasion than anything else. Hook up with old friends, catch up on what's going on at home with the family, et cetera, and that's really not the purpose at all of an industry conference. There are, however, you can't paint all associations with the same brush. There are some notable exceptions. I think of the Control System Integrators Association, for example. I've been working with them for, I guess it's about 5 years now. And there's two things about that group that are really dramatically different than any other association that I personally have worked with. And the first thing is their certification program. Now, these guys are heavy-duty engineering types. I mean, that's the kind of services they're providing, integrating various different high-tech systems, conveyors and robots and control systems, etc. But when they look at the certification, you might expect it to be all very technically oriented. They look at best practices for strategic management, for planning, for finance, for sales and marketing, for engineering, of course, but a very holistic view of how to successfully run a company, specifically in this control system integration business. And they have a formal audit by an outside firm, not a member of the association, not even actively participating in the industry, other than it's staffed by folks who obviously came out of the industry. But it's a very objective assessment, and the certification does not come easily. You've got to go through all of these best practices, and there's hundreds of them literally, and get certified on the fact that you have indeed implemented these best practices. So in terms of belonging to an association that's providing real heavy-duty, serious business value, this certification process is, well, as I said earlier, it's something I really haven't seen in any other association. The second thing that distinguishes the CSIA, in my mind, is a cultural thing, which sounds kind of soft and fuzzy. But if you go to one of their industry conferences, I'm guessing I may be off a little bit, but probably 2/3 of the speakers are executives from the various member companies. And it's incredible. You'll see the vice president of engineering or sales or whatever standing up in front of the whole group. I mean, and there's people that in the audience that are competitors, even in the same city, and they will spill their guts about some very specific issue in sales or marketing or engineering, and they'll say, here's the problem we had, here's what we did, here's what we tried, here's what failed, here's what succeeded. And this whole attitude that's really very pervasive is each individual saying, I'm going to tell you everything I know. I'm going to share all my successes, all my failures, all my plans, a wide open book. And it's everybody is that way. So the amount of knowledge that gets exchanged is really quite extraordinary. I've studied it, trying to figure out just how exactly the association management has created this kind of attitude of sharing. But again, you're right. A lot of industry associations have really gone down the tubes, frankly, over the last decade, 8-10 years or so. But there's notable exceptions, and the Control Systems Integrators Association is one of them that I think, frankly, is very near, if not on the top of the pile.